dream is real.
Get up, get up, get up.
It's about to go down.
Newsflash.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah.
Slacking on your pimpin', turn it up.
You know, if you're gonna shoot, you better shoot straight because a wounded animal is the worst thing you can deal with.
Facts.
Welcome to the Baller Alert Show, featuring your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns, with Sue Solo and Ferrari Simmons.
The dream is real. Baller Nation, it's your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns.
It's the kid Ferrari Simmons.
Your favorite Ethiopian Sue Solo.
Okay, that voice on point over the show.
It's back.
Animal Kingdom is back.
It's back.
Mustafa.
Animal Kingdom.
AKA Sue Solo.
Rafiki.
How was your weekend, Sue, baby? I need that brunch. You need to cater. The Baller Alert Show with this brunch, baby.
Sunday brunch at Traffic Kitchen and Cocktails. I swear to y'all, I swear to God, this is it. It is amazing. It's wonderful energy. The people look good. It's 21 and up. There is a dress code. It's grown folks. We do some things
I
there
saw some
on
stripping.
Sunday.
I mean, was it stripping?
It wasn't stripping. It was
but
no.
There was money involved in exchanging for booty claps.
Oh wow.
Well, the booty claps happen when we do shot shows or you buy a bottle.
Shot shows, and I saw theme masks and
Very
things.
themed. Yes, we have multiple presentations. We got Lion King, Superwoman, S&M. Like it's the brunch of my dreams. It's literally the brunch of my dreams. Like
awesome.
It's so lit. And
Sexy
then,
venue.
Super sexy venue. The food is on point, like you said. The food is absolutely amazing. So of course,
Young Sue Solo
y'all definitely got to
Burns
come
out here
through.
in the
Like
streets.
it's a vibe.
Did you have a good weekend? Was
It's a
anything
vibe.
interesting?
What interesting happened?
Friday
we had Sway Lee at Traffic, my new boyfriend.
Oh, sorry.
Who's the old one?
Okay, great. Hey, all right. Sway Lee was in town. That's right. They had a concert.
We had him at Traffic on Friday. So
I like where y'all going with that too.
Yes.
I like the whole different. You know what I mean? It's not the same thing every time. You know what I'm saying? One time
it can't be.
Get one
Can't do that. Yeah, they're doing a great job. They're doing a great job at Traffic.
Awesome.
What's up with you, Rory?
I had a good weekend. A lot of DJ stuff. My baby had regional championship volleyball. Put it on the screen.
One time.
They lost, but you know she did a good job. She had a good game. Then Lil Rory had his last fall baseball game. Put him on the screen.
Yeah, Lil Rory.
Hit the mess out that ball.
MVP of the season.
That's
yes.
Right. Yeah.
In the park home run.
Then turned up in the clubs.
And I saw Lil Chase was feeding herself.
Oh man,
I was like, yo,
put that video on the screen.
Human birth control.
Did you see that?
Definitely. I ain't watched a second of football yesterday. I was a straight dad. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm still tired.
Speaking of that though, football kind of back though. No, do you feel it? Do y'all feel
Atlanta
it?
football is not back.
It's not.
We apparently
he said Atlanta football
are trash.
Oh, what's going on with the Falcons and the Redskins?
Put the camera
bro.
on me.
Is this new?
Don't
the Falcons always do this stuff?
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep it quick because I don't want to get too emotional. When I get emotional, I go to talking long.
Right.
It's not actually Matt Ryan's fault.
What?
Statistically, he's doing really good.
Really?
They don't really have no time for the offensive line. The defense is, oh man. If I see some of you defensive players in the club, I'm just gonna stop the music. And I'm gonna get on the mic, tell your ass go home.
Go home.
Go home. Go home. Go home. I don't need to see none of y'all in the club during the football season, man. Damn it.
I agree. This is black heaven. This is sports capital of the world.
I
almost.
understand why they out now, but you know, shit.
Shout out to our soccer team.
Yeah, one time for the
United.
Thank you, Atlanta
We about to
United.
go back to back on their ass.
I'm fortunate that this is my second favorite team home. You know what I'm saying? Because my Redskins suck too. You know what I'm talking about? So it's tragic that my Falcons suck too.
Go ahead and lose out so we can get two
the Braves
from Alabama.
ain't do shit, but the Nationals is going to the dance.
Yeah, and they might
going
win
to
that
the
thing.
World Series.
But Houston look good now.
Now Houston is incredible. That boy that hit that home run again. I don't even watch baseball until the playoff and World Series time, but that was a big hit because I thought New York was coming back.
Yeah, damn Yankees.
New York was sick. Well, I had a great weekend, y'all. I started off with the For Women Only tour. It's going amazing, by the way, which comes
dope.
to Atlanta
Dope concept.
this Thursday, the 24th. But it's been an amazing conversation happening out here. You know, when we first decided to do it, it was really about trying to understand women that wanted relationships better, being married men, just giving advice from a man's perspective. And it's really the women narrating the conversation that's been really, really productive. So we are in Atlanta this Thursday, the 24th, at Traffic.
Yes.
Traffic Kitchen.
So excited.
And then, went to, where'd I go? Chicago on Saturday. I want to say this. The world is coming to an end because it was 50 degrees in New York and it was 75 5 degrees in Chicago. I got off the plane thinking it was going to be freezing. In Chicago, it's the Midwest. It's time for some snow almost. And it was warm outside. But I went to Hebrew Brantley one time for Hebrew. This is him on the screen and Kendall. They had a pop-up museum at their art studio in Chicago. They're very talented. And then also we celebrated Fashion Geek Zoe's birthday at Persona one time for Bobby Burke and those guys over there. But it was a crazy weekend. I was moving fast. And I will say this. I'm not tired. I want more. People give me energy. People are like, Kenny, you tired? No, I ain't tired. People give me energy. I hear the music. I wake up. And then I go to sleep after. But one time for Chicago, they party like a motherfucker. And now it's time for In Case You Missed It.
Just in case you missed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kanye West and his Sunday Service property is without question one of the most talked about things socially right now.
That is for
sure.
But
the boy tried to put in a trademark and was denied.
I think Sunday Service was trademarked, when did it say? Like 2015 already by somebody else? Who was using it for like
that's weird.
Yeah. But somebody was actually able to do it. Yeah.
Right. Well, it's first come, first serve, so they clearly got to it before.
But some things should not be trademarkable. Trademarkable.
Yeah,
like some things just should not be.
Marketable.
Is that what I said? Trademarkable.
No, but you know what? It's so funny to me. Like, I think it's so like ironic, right? You finally you have a come to Jesus moment, no pun intended, and you really want to like double down. Because even y'all, when we talked about this, you saw with Kim Kardashian, they had the clip, and he was like, "But you're my wife." You know what I'm saying? And you wearing the stuff, but he was the main one encouraging it. But I think, but this is not, you're laughing, Octavia, but it's serious though. He's changing.
Was that funny?
Don't get OCT started now.
Wait, why was that funny? Why was that funny?
But he's waking up, is my point. And
what you mean he's waking up?
He's waking up. Like, he thought he was supposed to have like these Amber Rose, you know, his choice in women after the first set. The first set were like AKAs and like HBCU graduates, and like he had a whole like my mama. His mama was the muse, and then he got into this whole industry. What he thought the industry wanted him to be, right or wrong. I mean,
I follow.
I'm letting you narrate.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then he got caught up in it. He was supposed to be a rock star, and he was supposed to have this, and sex was all a part of that images. And now he's like, and then I mean, I just think he's growing up. He's like, I don't want my wife to be out here with her titties out. Is there anything wrong with it? Is there any man on the planet Earth or woman who wants their spouse out there with their, fancy parts?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think that the conversation has to be better, because in the beginning of their relationship, it was this. This was the standard. I remember he actually wiped her closet out and got her a whole new wardrobe. So my nigga, like you dressed her, like But I get it. Times change. Sometimes things that didn't bother you in the past may bother you now. And maybe he is waking up.
Bad for him.
But I think as we are getting older, I mean, who really wants, what's the oldest kid? North.
Oh, their daughter. Yes,
that's the she's getting older.
Yeah,
she's
mommy,
over here
why
paying
you
attention.
naked?
Mommy, why you in that new bra and panty set on Instagram?
Facts.
Why are my friends at school talking about it?
Everybody's parents not gonna be cookie cutter. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot. You
got porn stars that got kids, like and they probably have things. They probably have things at home that just be lying around that the kid be like, oh, okay.
But I'm glad you brought that up, because I invited you guys to the premiere of Oval and Sisters yesterday, right? One time for Tyler Perry and his deal with BET, amazing human being he's become. One time for Tyler Perry. And I want to say this off rip: the Sisters joint is the shit.
Oh,
it's the shit. And y'all know me; I'm critical than a motherfucker. And I'm not giving nobody that.
And put it on my TiVo.
It's the shit. Oval, a little extreme. Fascinating, just like, wait, what? But I don't believe it. Sisters, it seemed like you and your partners, or Robin and her Jessica and her friends, it seemed like some very real, authentic.
Okay. So it's like Girlfriends?
It's like Girlfriends.
Okay.
It's like Girlfriends. I think it's a little bit more updated, obviously, with today's jargon and lingo and things of that nature, but absolutely a great comparison. But to your point, so they were in the show, and they were just, I guess, you obviously have scenarios and how, right? And we were actually talking about this with For Women Only. And, at a certain point, what do you want your legacy to be? This is human beings. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you go through it all. You're supposed to go through it all. You're supposed to figure yourself out, this, that, and the third, but at a certain point.
This is panning back to Kanye, right?
This is going back to Kanye and Kim, yes, because she had made a statement. I was waiting for her to say it, because I know it well. I want to, what do you want to be remembered as? How do you want to go? You get, even like, if you go back and you see it, to even your point, Ra, I mean, I was 20 years old. I was 29 years old. I was free sexually. I was doing X, Y, Z. But what do you
how would you like to finish?
Exactly. What is your end game?
Facts.
That's it.
So if that's your end game, then why do you have to, don't you still have to go through the journey to get to the end game?
No, and I just applauded the whole journey. But I think the end game has to start. I mean, if you're not that you're ever too old not to be butt naked on something and to.
But where's the evolution?
Where's the evolution? And like I said, as a parent, to Rari's point, that's your whole thing. I was talking to this in New York at the For Women Only thing, and I was like, I love Cardi B. We champion Cardi B all day, every day. But how many people are going to get to Cardi B's happiness if that's where, if she's married with a child and that's her, was her dream, and she, wasn't a rapper, became a rapper, how many people gonna really? So you're saying that's goals for you? That's not it's great to dream. It's great to, but you're gonna go do the strip club because Cardi B did it. You're gonna find a man that you love that was really cool with the strip club thing. You're gonna become. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just get confused.
Something's wrong with people.
Well, I think some people always see, where they want to be. Like, man, I really want to do what Cardi B is doing, but in the midst of that happening, something happens to them, and they all have they realize that I'm not Cardi B. I have my own journey.
I got something.
Yep.
I don't think Kanye is actually. I think he's kind of just going with the vibe. I really don't think that he really planned this.
Really?
I think that he kind of was like, "Oh,
you don't think he planned what?
Let me continue to keep doing this." Like, I think now he's planning, but I'm thinking like it kind of came. Like, you know what? Let me go to a church because this is how I feel and I want to express myself.
Right.
Then he was like, oh, shoot. Let me go to another church. Oh, wow. This is dope. People are really embracing that, my mental state of mind. Let's continue to keep doing it.
Right.
I'm not judging him. I'm not saying he's wrong. I just think
he did give us.
I don't think that he said. I don't think that he had a sheet of paper and said, "You know what I'm finna do? I'm finna go to every church and da 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 da." I think he decided to go to a church. I think it started
and
in
just kind of
Chicago,
snowballed,
didn't it? Didn't it start in Chicago? Outside, I believe. I think it was in Chicago outside. Where
I think therapy's not working. I think therapy,
though.
But that's
therapeutic.
I think the therapy isn't working. I mean, I still think he battles what he's battling, but I think this has been the most spiritually connected he's been.
I can tell that he's happy right now. Yeah. He's happy because you can't really fake happiness.
You cannot.
So I could tell that he's extremely happy.
That is 100% facts. One time, speaking of happy and someone with mental health issues getting to a great place, Charlamagne the God just gave $250,000 to South Carolina.
Nice.
That's where he went to.
In honor of his mother and I don't know for a fact, but I know his mom. It's in his mom and grandmother's honor.
Nice. He's come a long way.
Hello, hello, and separate yourself from the motherfuckers talking and doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a radio personality, a media personality. It took $250,000 and gave it to a school that's not even a major institution of whatever, but his connection to it through family and obviously the name of his mother and grandmother is great. One time for Rihanna and Chris Brown, I don't know what's going on, but I feel the vibes. And I don't know it's because of the song that Chris has with her and it was playing in the background, how thoughtful the lyrics are. I love that song, by the way, one time to her and Chris Brown. But there was some back and forth on social media. What do y'all think? Can we get it back together or no?
I think their relationship ended to them abruptly. They were not ready for that relationship to be over. They were so into each other. You could see it back then. You could see the way they looked at each other, how they supported each other. I think that incident messed them both up, and I think they're both extremely regretful for it.
They love each other.
They would have
been married with kids by now.
For sure, they definitely would have been married.
And I want them to get back. I just believe in the ultimate love story, and I know they were young. And you can imagine those pressures, and I know he's sorry, and I think she could save him. You know what I'm saying?
I think they can save each other.
I think she's there.
Oh, she don't need no saving. Okay,
Yeah.
don't talk
said
about
save each other
Riri.
like meaning
Yeah,
like, be
the
happy.
All right.
Ultimate love.
You know, I'm
we
from
good.
Rihanna.
We
She
good,
from my
Navy.
home-
We
she from my
good. We
hometown island
good.
now.
But I just think when I say I think Rihanna has transitioned into that businesswoman who
Totally.
has transcended music and got really what she came for. And I think that Chris, going through all the trials and tribulations, I mean, it's definitely great for the story. It's some rock star shit, but I think that is like his final piece. You know what I mean? I want that actual literal piece for him. You know what I'm saying?
Does he have a baby on the way?
Yep.
He does.
Chris Brown has another baby on the way?
Damn.
Oh, it gets stickier.
Yeah.
Dear little baby Jesus. Speaking of stickier or messier or just downright, I don't understand why they would have a national holiday for this. National Period Day was this past weekend, October 19th.
Period.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, I don't know why. Where would we?
It's like when you say that word, my body just reacts.
Yeah.
I mean, you just
What
apply,
happens
you just
on that
apply
day?
for the day, and then it's
It's not. It's really
Why?
not that
Why?
difficult.
Because
They
to
have
do
a
that.
national blowjob day too.
Everybody
Oh
come
hell
You
no.
get steak. The man's supposed to have steak, potatoes, and receive a blowjob.
Okay, I'm with that. Please let me know.
Kenny want to know what the date is.
You
can look it up.
Is it tonight?
I'm gonna get the actual date.
I came home
You know.
horny as a hostage. Susan, I need to know. Octavia, I need to know.
National Period Day?
Why would anyone have National Period Day?
I wonder, like, what do we get? Like 25% off at restaurants,
No,
like
you get
free
25% off
tampons.
of your
Like
your
what?
female
What is the
products.
reward for the day? Like, what do we
Female
get? Like,
products 25%.
like a
off.
military
Everybody
discount
get a day
at
off.
fucking Shoney's.
I want to
what's
know
going on?
why. What? Yeah, like what?
Period.
That
You know
y'all
what?
hate that.
I
week.
think somebody wanted
I
to
don't
take
even
it
wanna
from
hear the
being a
word.
negative
Right.
and giving it a positive. Like
And
it's
y'all
like,
should
hey,
get
we
discounts.
got period. We should get discounts. We should get free shit
y'all should get a lot.
and
yo,
discounted
that's a
shit
horrible-
on
day off.
period day.
That's horrible. That
To rest.
I would never want to feel what y'all feel.
not
I don't want to feel what I like. What I feel.
You cringe
Right
right
now.
It's not
Gosh.
fun.
Period.
Pray.
All right, let's get off of that. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnson & Johnson recalls all the baby powder. What I mean, who does anyone still use that though? I'm curious.
Oh yeah, they
grace
getting
of
used
God,
on
I
the east
don't.
side of Atlanta, boy.
What motherfuckers be
Wait,
having
by adults or
ghost
like
marks?
adults
What is
Both.
using it for children? So the adults are using it
Both.
themselves.
Yeah,
Well, they better be careful because
I
that,
see what
that,
the
that
baby powder
asbestos. Me either.
I don't like that
It
shit.
used to cake up
Yeah, it will.
You know what I'm
Definitely
saying?
will. And
Why?
smell
How?
bad,
Wait.
too.
How?
because the whole thought is to put it on after your shower. So when you put it on, then you move your drawers around. You know what I'm saying?
Why does it
Sometimes-
cake up, though?
Because if you put too much, if it falls out. I mean, that was my one experience. I never experienced it again. Yeah,
Maybe- I don't know,
Does that
maybe-
sound crazy?
Maybe you want to dry all the
No,
way.
you good. You good.
Maybe you were still wet and
But
like
it's
it
powder.
turned
It's not
into
like
A
powder
lot of people
balls.
use it for perspiration.
yeah. People used to put like
Yeah.
you remember when you come
Yeah,
to
now
school,
that-
you see
that I
like the
know.
little white mark
on
right
their
here.
chest,
Or
and
under their
sometimes
arms.
yeah, on their armpits and stuff.
Yeah, right. Contest.
Well, hopefully that nobody got sick off of it with the
No,
asbestos.
clearly, recall is
How does
a
that
bad
happen?
thing. I don't know.
Johnson & Johnson taking the hit left and right.
Shoot, we taking the
I
hit.
mean-
I'm glad for recalls though. At least they publicly addressing the error.
No, I want to say this too. There's deodorant, y'all, that y'all should be looking for. I'm gonna send y'all a picture, and Arm & Hammer makes it, and it's something free where it doesn't. It's a
Aluminum? Aluminum free?
Aluminum
The fact
free.
that messes in our stuff to begin with is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and the fact that it's been going on for so long. How
Yeah.
you go that long without
That's what I'm
fixing that?
saying.
Yeah, I mean it's
They're
ridiculous.
trying to control the population.
They are. They 100%.
They kind
are.
of, yeah. They listen. One time for Keenan Lowe. Keenan Lowe was a coach.
Yes, I saw that
who
video.
Disarmed
Yeah.
a potential serious
Thank you.
situation.
I did not know his name, so I appreciate that. And I thought it was really messed up that any other time, if it's something negative, it's a black man.
Yeah, you
did
saw the
this,
comments.
Like I was so
Oh,
pissed.
a black man. I'm like, no, it was not him.
When I read it, I was like, why didn't y'all say his name? Why now can't you identify that he's black?
At Keenan
because
Lowe.
he was doing a heroic act? Like, y'all are full of
Put
shit.
down
And the guy
screen,
was
too, so he's at
the young
Keenan
boy
Lowe.
was actually trying to
he
hurt
has an
himself.
Instagram?
Yeah, KEANONLOWE.
That's dope.
You said he was trying to hurt himself? The kid was?
the kid was trying to kill himself.
Yeah, but you know what's so crazy about me? When I saw it, right? So immediately I'm like, okay, so there was clearly something that happened in the room because he had the gun and he was hugging the person. But I'm like, he continued hugging her.
Yeah.
Or him. I don't even know
Him,
what. Yeah.
yeah.
It was a him
Seemed
he
like
disarmed.
It was a little boy.
And he had on
Young
a
man.
full trench coat. Like he looked like, you know
was
what I'm saying?
ready to
He was
go.
for action.
He was ready to go.
But to hug him and to keep hugging him, you could see the dude trying to
He
stop him.
needed
He
that.
would
He
come
needed
back.
that, though, man.
He really needed a hug. But like, one time for Keenan, man, because that takes
Yeah.
hella bravery to get yourself in the middle of harm's way like that. That was semi-automatic.
That was real. That was real.
That's one of them dongs.
And I want to speak to that real quick. You know, on my anniversary, my wife and I went to a shooting range.
I saw that.
Congratulations.
And, you know, she bought a Glock 17. Like she was totally against it. She got in there, and it's more for the state of the world and where we are, right?
She was against guns initially.
Guns.
Just period.
Yeah,
okay.
We've never owned a gun. I can't, obviously, for whatever reasons, but we never had one because it was just like we don't want that energy.
Yeah.
But society is tripping.
Trump's America.
You know, Trump's America is tripping. So I go into the gun store, and I just wanted to share this with y'all. I couldn't wait to tell you. And I went in there, and the type of people that go in the gun store is alarming in itself.
I know.
Yeah.
In itself. Went in there, first of all, a dude came out when we were walking up. He looked like he was in a daze. Now, this looks like a yuppie, you know, corporate.
Y'all want to shoot today?
Yeah, I mean, but he looked like a yuppie. Like, it looked like, but he was so, like, his face was like a zombie. And I went in and I'm like, wait. And then this place, by the way, is super plush. Like, they have lounges. They have all types of, like, it looks like a damn near the Soho House. Yeah. And so I'm in there and I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. But everybody in there looked off. And so we get the whole things and we get our pistols and we go and shoot, right? So I'm looking at the wall. When I say artillery, I'm talking about the level of guns you can buy.
Yep.
You get that.
It's a lot.
Boom! No, my nigga, I'm talking about drums. So anyway, this is the most disturbing piece. So we're going this hella loud. So, you know, just hella like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So this guy came in there with 2 shoulder harness and 2 bags. I'm like, well, what is he doing? Yo, when he set up his rig, it was some shit like it was some, like the shit that be on the car, on the Jeep when you see the movies and the motherfuckers we had. Yeah. He had one of them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, who do you? I had to ask him, like, who are you trying to kill?
Yeah.
Like, where?
You do see a lot of interesting stuff in the gun ranges because I go often, and you see a lot.
He said, I just want to be ready. Ready for what? Ready for what?
Martial law.
Hey, bro. And he was black too, by the way. He wasn't white.
Oh, okay. I ain't mad at that then.
See, look.
Go ahead, brother. Protect yourself and us.
Be ready. But protect yourself, guys. I want to say these are alarming times. You know what I'm saying? And just be safe. Just be safe. Guns are not to be carried around in vain. And they are not to be owned in vain. So be very careful. And now it's time for Baller Man.
Message.
Great conversation with Kenny Burns, Sue Solo, Ferrari Simmons. I met a guy on IG, guys. Great conversation in the beginning. Told me everything I wanted to hear. I live in Miami and he lives in Tuscaloosa with another woman. He claims the relationship is over and he wants to be with me. We've set a date to meet face to face and have paid for all accommodations. He says he just needs to meet me face to face to make sure the chemistry is right before packing his things and moving with me here in Miami. This feels so randomly perfect, in parentheses, finally, to where I'm having the hardest time believing him 100%. I just need to know, am I being gullible or have I possibly found my better half?
So let's just have some clarity. She's dating him, right?
Or they're just talking on the phone. What are they doing? They've never seen each other in person?
They've never met each other ever before.
Never met each other ever.
He wants to meet. They want to meet first
before he decides
to move to Miami.
But the fact that that's even a conversation for him to move to Miami is kind of odd. So Tuscaloosa,
how long have they been talking?
Her.
To move with her.
How long have they been talking?
She didn't tell me.
Okay.
So wait, Tuscaloosa, that's in Florida?
That's in Alabama.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That man just trying to get to the city, sis. That man is just trying to get to the big city, girl.
You can't just throw him under the bus.
He trying to make it, girl. He trying to get to Miami where the bitches look good and got ass shots and all that stuff.
Oh wow!
Like, that man lives in Tuscaloosa. You know what's going on in Tuscaloosa.
So you being gullible, baby.
So but wait. So what if they have been talking for us? Okay, let's
I'm here.
Let's be thoughtful. If they've been talking for a long time. And they've been having conversations about meeting. You can see people now on social, so you might get a handle on what and who. And then they want to meet. Maybe he wants to move in general. You think something's wrong wanting to meet somebody before he moves?
This sounds like a catfish episode.
It's just one.
It sounds like what is it when the people are in jail dating somebody?
Oh, prison bay.
Love.
Love behind bars.
Yeah, love behind bars.
But that's like Centonia Brown. Centonia Brown.
After lockup or something.
Okay, let's talk about that. Centonia Brown, she got married and everybody was giving her hell like, you just gonna marry this guy? But they were talking for 2 years. He clearly saw who she was, clearly knew what she did.
He came to visit her, he said.
He came to visit the whole thing. So my thing is like, I guess at some point they had to see each other to make sure it was right, no?
She said that they want to make sure the chemistry's right. Is that meaning sex?
No, I just think sometimes, when you're in front of somebody, the energy could change.
Can you really judge that within like how many days? 1 day, 2 days? It takes longer.
That dopamine is a real thing.
It is, but you can tell.
Dopamine.
You can definitely tell within a couple of weeks. 100%.
Couple weeks?
Like whether it's going to die out or not?
Well, it seemed being around somebody, you get their regular smell without cologne. I mean, just they're saying how they are fresh. No, listen, true. You can be a motherfucker that's just doused and smells great, and then you at home chilling and they got this certain thing.
Just doused.
Yeah, like hello.
B.O.
You know what I'm saying? Your feet stink. But my whole point is you got to really like give a couple weeks because you can be out with them. You can see the man, you see the way they wake up. You know what I'm saying?
They want to check the personal infatuation.
You have to.
Maybe they leave the garbage inside for too long and it smell like stale fish for.
That is the worst.
You just want to make sure their mannerisms are normal.
Leave the dishes in the sink a little too long.
You want to check it to clean their nails. How their feet are soft or not.
How they talk to people.
When they take their underwear off, do they just leave it in the middle of the bathroom?
Ooh, Rari.
Or do they just take it up and put it in the hamper?
Yeah. Or do they fucking shit?
Do they wear drawers? I'm guessing this was an inside joke.
It's a man.
Nah, you meet a motherfucker and you come around the corner, them motherfuckers just say, hey, what's that? Nah, close the goddamn door.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Like he do that.
Hold on, Sue. Come on now. You gotta have. I may have seen my wife walking on her 2 times in 22 years.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell the truth. One time I forgot to flush the toilet.
I mean, yeah.
I ain't perfect, motherfucker. Y'all ain't motherfucking forget to flush the toilet one time, cuz?
Y'all better keep the mystique, ladies. Don't be goddamn.
Put a little toilet.
Man, y'all better grow up, okay? Women poop and fart too.
No, but see, it's like you said, poop.
My girl poop once a month, I think.
Poop? She said poop and poop.
I've yet to
That's
catch
what women
her.
do to me. They don't shit. Women don't shit. They poop.
We gotta get it out
poop.
too.
No, you
I've
do
yet
that.
to hear about to even be around my girl when she passed gas. She just, I don't know.
No, see, but I ain't even never been around. My wife would have to be asleep to actually poop.
She probably
baby, I heard it. I knew you could do it. I knew you was a pooter. No, but she got to be asleep. She will not do that shit. Dog, I'm telling you.
Yeah, she did.
20 years
Y'all got me messed up. I ain't holding nothing.
Like you doing too much.
I ain't holding nothing.
Wait, so you literally gonna just be around your dude and be like, blah.
No, I ain't gonna be around.
That's what I'm saying.
One time, babe, put Bay on the screen. One time she got me on my thigh. She was knocked out. She wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
She hit me on my thigh. The whole cloud just hit my thigh. Boom.
The whole cloud. I'm done.
Bounce off and hit your nose.
I'm so sick of you.
Up the cover. I said, there we go. She loved me. She loved me.
All right, great. Glad you experienced that Ball Nation. And now it's time for Comment Creep.
Paying from his full time.
That's long.
All right, Comment Creeping is nice and super, super short. All right, we're going to talk about Lira Galore's tweets.
Shit.
She said, I'm going to be a mommy of 2 or 3. That's it. And then at RizWit1Z said, how many baby dads? May seem like a valid question to some people. I just feel like it wasn't their business.
It's gonna be at least 2.
It wasn't your business, right?
Okay.
She only got 1.
Okay, didn't know. Just asking.
So then she responded, who cares? If a nigga don't act right, then he canceled. The show must go on. Bye. Exactly.
What you must have had at.
Wow.
That's
right.
accurate.
That's very accurate. It's I think there's a problem when somebody is looking to have multiple baby fathers that are rich because they want to make sure that they're good. But I don't see nothing wrong with this relationship didn't work. We ended up having a child and I moved on, and unfortunately this one didn't work out, but we had a child as well. Like, I mean, life happens.
Lyra got her own bag though. She cool.
Yeah, she cool. Don't worry about what she doing and how many baby daddies and all that stuff. She cool.
And I mean, listen, we all know, I know plenty of people that have kids by different people, and they've been accepted by others down the line.
Mm-hmm. Let them be
married and happy.
A lot of them usually are.
And getting rich.
Yeah.
So you like too can have multiple children and find the love of your life after.
That's right.
Okay. And now it's time for Confucius Said. Yes, Lord. My beautiful wife, man, she's out here in these streets, very spiritual. If you don't follow her, you might get a gym or two one day. She posted this the other day and I loved it. Calling into me what I intend to become means identifying that some things from the past that I cared for no longer can cover me and may come with me forward. Sometimes in order to go higher, you have to seek refuge in the wings of a higher power, not people. Don't ask people to meet your needs if you haven't gone to God first. Lean in and take a leap and see what falls away. Yes, and I always say that, you know, a new level of life requires a new level of you. You cannot expect to grow and expect other people to grow in the way that you do. And I think sometimes it's healthy to let people fall off where they stand. Go forth, Baller Nation. My birthday coming up. We're going to have a Stone Cold Groove. Like you said, we got BBD. I got a special announcement coming. The dream is real.
Baller alert!
The dream is real.